everybody. How is it going? I'm doing good, and I hope you guys are too. What's happening, Karma? How you doing? We are back today. We got some more West of Loathing. Hold on, I want to turn it down just a little bit. Some more West of Loathing going on. We're at the circus, dealing with some clowns. Oh yeah, we're gonna finish up the sideshow. Guys, a startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Talk to him. Hello there, I'm Griffin. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. Take a closer look at him. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance. The guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice two things, though. First, he has an odd lump at the, what we'd call the base of his skull if he had one. Sort of crumpled, fleshy mass that looks the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, almost looks like a crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. Second, you notice his ankles are locked to the legs of the stool. The legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? Guess not. So this circus gig. How do you like the circus gig? How do you like it? His hand slowly curls into a fist and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. Understand, I mean. Okay, well, see you around. Man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When he stops looking at me, nods amicably. Hello there! Welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Griffin. Delighted to meet you. So, are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Griffin. I am in a sideshow after all. It's an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. Said the last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How's that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds up the pipe with the now back of his head, so the other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase, Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. Two minds in one body with two faces. Be more closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind, with, as you say, two faces. You're right, that doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Frosty is asking, before becoming a notable figure in American society, Ivana Trump hailed from which former European country? Find out when the ad's in about a minute. Oh boy. Ukraine, I think, actually, ironically enough. One of the Eastern European countries. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and a haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. You would check again? I feel like that's a hint. Also, how you doing, Aliki? The former country of Czechoslovakia, which split into the Czech Republic and Slovakia in 1993. Okay. See, that's why I wouldn't know that. That happened, like, right after I was born. So, you know, I can't... Czechoslovakia never existed for me. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello. Hello there. Enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you something? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet, and you? I'm Griffin. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Griffin. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to stay inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown and he moseys over. He unlocks the door in front of the box, throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes sticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellow near the tops and inflates and begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? Some kind of trick, right? Folded up behind a mirror or something in there? No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around the back of the box. He opens the hatch and waves you through it and saunters back to the place by the shelves. That's amazing! Never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Examine the workings. I got various liquids slosh around the tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but is indeed educational. You got a perk. Anatomical learning. Ooh. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Oh, of course. I'm sorry. It must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slightly grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it's nice to meet you, Janet. So long. Good luck, Griffin. Huh. Alrighty then. Weird, crazy bent mirrors that makes you look all crazy. If there weren't enough crazy-looking stuff around here already, look at yourself. Reflection in the mirror is short and squashed, looking folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. The mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. God, this mirror somehow shows what you look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from pasty white face painted with the odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. Brrr. Based on his attitude, and uniquely combining attentive and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the sideshow exhibits. Talk to him. Howdy, fella. Welcome to the sideshow. Thanks. What's to see in here? Well, down to the left we have a collection of spooky warped mirrors. Right here we have an exhibit of clown eggs and pickled punks. Further down the right is our freak show. Feel free to explore and be here if you got any questions. Ask questions. I have questions. What are the things in jars? It's called pickled punks. A menagerie of strange and twisted creatures that you've never seen before. Seen the light captured and preserved and on display for you to entertain their edification. So the boss says it. Are they real? As real as they come. Alright, well, neat. Red Hots, he calls the clown from behind the food of sand. Red Hots, footlongs, and 2 kinds of mustard. There's also a small sign that says lost and found. Talk to the vendor. Sorry, I took a bite of food. The clown grins and gestures at the little charcoal grill behind him. Howdy, sir! You interested in a foot-long sausage? How much are they? 250 meat, with your choice of condiments. What are the condiments? I got onions, pickles, relish, 3 kinds of mustard, and 2 kinds of ketchup. Hey, Icarus, how's it going? What kinds of mustard? Brown, yellow, and blue. Blue? Blue mustard? Looks like I'm all out of blue, sorry. 2 kinds of ketchup? Yep, got both ketchup and catsup. They are different. Okay, I'll take 1. Thank you kindly, sir. Yeah, help yourself to the condiments. You got a clown sausage. Are they actually a foot long, 12 inches? Because a lot of guys say that, but I'm just gonna stop you right there. Seeing as there's ladies and children present, you want one or not. What are they made of? What do you mean? They're pork. What else do you make a sausage out of? Regular pork or long pork? Clown gives you a chilly look. I'm sure I don't know what you're implying, sir. No thanks. But I want to see the lost and found. I'd like to see the lost and found. Oh, sure thing. What do you lose? Well, nothing. Well, you just figured you'd see if I had anything you liked, look and see there's no such... Look, there's no such thing as an honest thief. You gotta pick one or the other. Sorry. Cold drinks, calls the clown from behind the food stand. Ice cold sarsaparilla in bottles. Howdy, sir. Care to treat yourself to an ice cold soft drink? Said you're selling them in bottles? That's right. Got a newfangled crown cork bottle caps and all. What kind do you have? I got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. How about grape? Nope. You make the drinks yourself? If you ask him, we have a wagon dedicated to brewing and bottling 3 different kinds of sodas on our traveling carnival. No, we stock up as we pass through large towns. Ah, how much are they? 205 meat. 205? It's for the deposit on the bottle. Okay, I'll take one. I'll take a root beer. Here you go, enjoy. Cotton candy, yells calls a clown from behind his food stand, makes a wheel noise with a slide whistle. Come try this just minute confectionery delight. Talk to the vendor. The clown blows a slide whistle again as you approach. Step right up, fella, step right up and try one of the world's newest candy sensations. What is it? Cotton candy, the finest in several senses of the word. Spun sugar created through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating a butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. So it isn't actually made of cotton. What? No, cotton is indigestible, no matter how much chocolate you cover it with. Found that out the hard way, did you? How do you make it? That's a metal box with a wide funnel coming out the top. This little machine right here, can't tell you how it works as much as I like to brag. It's a trade secret. You invented it? Not it's such a couple of dentists down south were the first ones. Dentists, go figure. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements to my design, too. Now I'm really curious. Sorry, fella. These secrets of the box are for nobody's eyes but my own. They're happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. How much does it cost? 300 meat. I'll take one. Okay, here you go. Clown puts the slide whistle down on the counter, ducks underneath, and comes back up with a paper cone, which he holds in the mouth of the metal box. He pulls down a lever, and the machine makes a thin, squealing sound as glittering white spun sugar collects around the paper cone in a fluffy cloud. Here you go, enjoy. Sweet. The clown here is selling rubbery toy balloons. You notice he's watching you, and he notices that you've noticed, and he smiles and waggles the balloons at you enticingly. Talk to the clown. Sorry, I took another bite of food. Alright. Howdy, fella! Interest you in a toy balloon? What colors do you have? Oh, well, take a look. Red. They're all red. How do you make them float like that? Well, nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here. Ho ho. Of course, how much are they? For you, just 30 meat. I'll take one. Alright, here you go. You got an item, balloon. Anything else I can do for you? Can you tell me more about your circus? Really, it's more of a carnival, but not slots for the airs. Ho ho. What would you like to know? Your traveling plans. Place is set up kind of out of the way. What are your plans? Haven't decided yet. That's why we sat down somewhere a bit more rural. Keep things relatively quiet while we scout around and get the lay of the land and all. Ho ho! Oh my god! Oh my god! Snowpal's coming in with the 18 raid! The hotel, motel, mortel, Holiday Inn. What is going on? How you doing, Argo? How you doing, Snow? Even a Leaky's here with the Raiders. All right, first I gotta. Everybody, it's the incomparable Snowpaws. It's the incomparable. You're doing so good. I am so glad to hear it, Snow. I'm so glad to hear it. What's up? What's happening? What were you doing? You're returning my Argo. Thank you. I am doing fantastically. Fantastically! Dressed to impress. Were you impressing with the dressing? Give me a cookie. Oh, thank you. I gotta move some stuff over the cookies. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the cookie. You're impressing yourself, that's for sure. I'm glad. No one found you funny and had Ed Sheeran and Catcher Cooper collab. Oh my god. It went off without a hitch. I wish I could picture things in my mind so I could picture that. It sounds amazing. It sounds beautiful. It sounds transcendent. But no, thank you so much for coming in, Snow, and with everybody. He sung his new song. Aw, it's beautiful. I didn't know he had a new song. I don't think I've ever heard an Ed Sheeran song in my life. And did so much self-promo. That sounds like an Ed Sheeran thing to do. He's known for his self-promotion. What's up, Momochi? How you doing? Kind of a dick? I've heard, but I've also heard he's kind of a nice guy. I saw him feed his Pokemon cereal out of YouTube plaques or something. It was really weird. Catra was singing Christina Aguilera? That sounds like a very Catra thing to do. I don't know if I could name a single Christina Aguilera song off the top of my head, though. I mean, I probably could if I was forced to. No, I don't know if I could. It was Pitbull? Mr. Worldwide? Mr. Worldwide! Not You were Pitbull vocals? You were doing Mr. Worldwide? Mr. 305? Mr. does a concert in Fairbanks, Alaska? Your one and only Floridian woman. The one, the only. You've heard of Florida Man. Now get ready for Floridian woman. Dale. Gesundheit, Argo. Gesundheit. Alright, I gotta read the text that's on screen. Where'd you travel from? What was your previous interest? Why was your previous stop interesting? Oh, Northwest, it's a little hole in the ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Ho ho! Why is everyone working here a clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, rodeo stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns took other jobs in circuses and carnivals. Over the years, just became normal for thing for connies and clowns. It's a community, you might say. Ho ho! This is Barnaby Bob guy. 10 times more terrifying because you're actually a 40-year-old man. You know, so if you keep saying that enough, I'm gonna believe it. And then I'm gonna ask what kind of voice changer you use, because it is peak. It is working. It's clownfish. Me casually Googling clownfish voice changer. Ho-ho, the boss is a real famous showman. Well, I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard him around here. Ho-ho, got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss the show, it's the highlight of the carnival. Alright, see you around, clown. Get you later, like an alligator. Wander off. Extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to some sort of stage. Talk to him. Clown crosses his arm and grunts when you approach. The stage show ain't till later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Okay, geez. Appears to be a shooting gallery type carnival game. Cheers, Argo. Take a closer look. Howdy there, fella. We have years a chance this game of sharp eyes and quick reflexes. Hope you won't mind if I take it. Hope you won't take it as an insult if I suggest one of the other games might be more your speed, but you're welcome to try your luck the same. What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me, I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. 10 beat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition. And your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. What's surprise? Ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which otherwise sold out. It's a rare catch, my friend. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Clown hands you a cheap pistol and gestures the balloons. Good luck. Shoot from the hip. Shoot at the balloons until the pistol jams. You manage to pop a few, but not very many. The clown nods. Yep, that's about average. Not enough to win a prize, though. Sorry. Dang it. Test your mind. Step right up, fella, step right up. If I may say so, you've got the look of an intelligent and learned individual about you. And I happen to have a game here to put those faculties to the test. What's the game? The simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I'll show you all the faces, and I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, sir.
If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you got such magic and you don't want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. Huh.
You have heartbreaking news. Oh no! Oh no! What's the news, Argo? Lay it on me. Lay it on me thick and cheesy like you're drenching me in nacho cheese. You didn't have any eggs with your ramen? A moment of silence for Argo. In the arms of an angel, fly away. Anyways, we gotta read a word. I think the word is...
Adequate.
Adequate. Sufficient for a specific need or requirement. Adequate. 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 I feel like I'm adequately playing this game. Adequate. Oh, what surprise! A ticket to Butterby Bob's
A ticket to Butterby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out. So it's a rare catch, my friend.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Carefully scan the deck of cards. The clown spreads it out in front of you and then turns them over with a sweeping flourish.
Ready?
Give it a whole lot. Clown starts picking up cards out of the deck and holding them up with the back, so you manage to guess about 2/3 of them.
See, that's not bad. Not to win the grand prize, but you deserve some recognition for that, my friend.
Gives you a little toy stuffed owl. Okay. Argo did not have adequate eggs. Didn't have adequate amount of eggs. None, to be precise. Yeah, that could be a little closer. Hold on, what's this random? There's a kid here. He's searching around with a sad look on his face. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? Shiny steel. It's on a little chain. Okay, I'll let you know if I find it. Let me glide on over here. Let me do a little glide and slide. I like to see lost and found. A lucky bottle cap. Look, the clown pulls a wooden box out from under the counter and looks inside. Here's your luck. This one yours? He puts the box on the counter for you to see and turns back to his girl for a moment. Look inside. I mean, I'll just take the bottle cap on a little metal chain. Yep, that's one. Thanks. No problem, sir. Here you go. No problem, kid.
Well, howdy there, fella. Here's a game of challenge and strength, and I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you might prefer one of the other games. Gary, luck try though, it won't stop you.
What's the game?
Alright, just take the big mountain here, hit the lever under that bell. Ring the bell and I win.
Alright, I'll give it a shot. Hit it kind of hard. Pick up the surprisingly heavy mallet and haul it over the lever, slam it down as hard as you can. Striker gets about halfway to the bell.
Well, that's about average, I see. Good try, fella. Good, solid try.
Rats. Talk to the clown.
Howdy, fella. Anything else I can do for you?
Were you on the other side of the midway just now?
Oh, nope. That's my other balloon guy. We just dress alike and use the same face paint. Can we fool you?
Grins and give you a big exaggerated wink. I see. I'm good. Alright, well, I guess we gotta leave the circus. I don't have enough things to do anything else here. I'm not enough of a cowboy. Alright, but we do gotta go on down to Gustavusson Gulch. Oh, hey, let's go to the mine. There's a row of lockers here. Must have been used for storing the personal effects of the fellers who used to work in the mine. The first one was labeled Ellsbury WM. Doesn't have a lock on it. Label the second one is covered in some kind of white goo. The third one is labeled Moose Bin. Has a combination lock on it. Open the first locker. Got Ellsbury's helmet and a bottle of laudanum. What is this, amnesia? Open the second locker. Open the door, reveal a skeleton covered in the same white goo that was on the outside of the locker. Freaky. Ah, you get it. The guy must have died from his coworkers played a prank on him when they stuffed him in his locker and filled it with shaving cream. I can't believe you dang jerk stuffed me into my locker and then filled it with shaving cream. I died from that, yells the skeleton, confirming both your insight and his vengeful, murderous intent. I slam the locker door. Open the third locker. Well, darn. Tie rope to the crossbeam. Climb down. Stones have little triangles painted on them, and they're in a triangle. It's very triangle. It's giving triangle. You hate this spiral. 63 meat. Black fluid oozes from the main. A scabrous mass sits below it on the floor. Take the fluid. Spiral makes you uncomfortable. Goes further than you expected. It's warm. Keep going. Get up to your shoulder when you feel it. A beating heart. Rip it out! Take the pick. Wowza! Almost 20k points. Nice! What are you gonna do with your wealth, Argo? You're going to try to make a game that looks like a painting? I believe in you. Unfortunately, I have to genocide all these goblins, and I feel bad about it. This game art is making you want to do a bad art jam again. What's so bad about the art? It's beautiful. It's artistic. It's intrinsic in its own special way. Hey guys, should I eat 40 pixie sticks in one sitting? You're gonna pull your wealth until you can see the sock man in a hot tub. Well, that's the thing. If we get enough people pulling their wealth like that, it could easily be achieved. Tried texturing stuff to look that way, but it wasn't working very well. But I found a tutorial. This guy who uses material in Unreal, which looks promising. There you go. My heart might burst. Yeah, but might means it might not. You don't want to see sock in a hot tub? Wow, that hurts, Store. Hurts me deep. You have 302k sock bucks? Got the jump. I'm sorry, Goblin. I don't want to fight my way through the town, but I have no choice. Reduce that top-hatted goblin to a vial of very fancy mushrooms. The gulch is your oyster now. Mmm, gulch oysters. Yeah. It really did. Leave. How could you not love a sock on the internet? Sadly, this door is locked. Check out the inside. Looks like the door is locked. I don't have any needles. Shit. Don't want no drama. Check it out. Bed and a desk. Investigate the bed. Made of cactus logs. The blanket made of woven together cactus needles. Check out the desk. Desk is strewn with folders, all labeled nonsense goblin words. There's nothing worth investigating. You know, dookie. Check it out. The shack is filled with 1,000 tiny cabinets, each labeled some nonsensical list. Look in a random drawer. Nothing in the drawer. Put in an old lollipop. Gulch Goblin lollipop. Keep looking. Look in a more random drawer. Goblin sandwich. Keep looking. Even a randomer drawer. Stop looking. I need needles. Shack is filled with crude bookshelves. The bookshelves, in turn, are filled with crude books. Read one at random. Pick up a book titled Ooh Lily, and you flip to a random page which reads Plee York Alodo Re Plurk Blee York Plagorp Oolilu. Can't say you got much out of it. Read something else. You pick up a book entitled Flajonk. Flip to a random page and it reads Free Bork Blee Borf Glow Borf O Olilu Grogarp Ilili Blue Quarf Flee Jont Olili. Read something else. Pick up a book entitled Ilolu. You flip to a random page which reads Greekork Plee Flurf Aluli Blah Clerk Flo Plark Ula Olola Glee Yarp. Read something else. Pick up a book titled Brewcont. You flip to a random page which reads Brewborp Proof Barf Elilo Groo Glurt Froo Fart Plee Plunk. Okay, I think we're done there. Okay, I guess I just have to fight my way. No, I was even given a great rebranding name if I ever want to stop being Mortician of Faith. Sock of Salvation. Which is just its peak. Interrupt them. Gulch Goblin Fish Wizard. Not the Socketeer. That's not bad. Playing in that new 5v game, Frag Punk. I've literally not heard of that until just now. Bean Shield level 3, filled with rotting fish. I want some drama. Goblet. Hello, roses! Alright, let's see what Frosty's got to say. Attention, coming soon to a chat near you. In a world of chaos and socked emotions, Mortician of Faith faces an epic raid. A Leakuag calls for lockdowns while Snowpaws channels their inner pit bull. Mr. Worldwide vibes clash with heartbreaking ramen tales. No eggs. Store dreams and painterly games and Sockbucks soar. Will Mort's dream survive the socktacular hype? Stay tuned. Hashtag Sockman in a hot tub. It's not very big yet. Maybe it'll never be, but it's still cool. No, that's cool. I had a lot of fun. There was a game a while back. Fistful of Frags? It was like a cowboy western shooter. And I thought it was really fun. It never got super popular, but it was really fun. Store, you do understand, like, they could release no trailers for GTA 6, and people are still gonna buy it like crazy. Close the curtain on the Goblin's final performance. Gain 15 XP. Dramatic Goblin Skull. The rest is silence. I feel terrible about what I'm doing. I have a feeling when GTA 6 is released, I'm going to be the only person on Twitch not playing it. I'd be surprised if they even had any gameplay at this point. But also, what's new gameplay-wise they could possibly show you? You win. That'll show them if they weren't dead now. Enter the... Head inside. Goblins paying more attention to the book, Goblet, than to you, but they're pretty sure they aren't going to just be waltzing by. I'll leave them be for now. Can I just, like... Ah, God. I don't want to massacre every goblin in here, but the game's not giving me a choice. Alright, 2 pixie sticks is enough for the day. Can't have more than that. Oh no! Nice. Burn him! Burn the goblin! I'm sorry, goblins. Please forgive me. You won. I guess these goblins should have spent less time standing around here, and more time standing around somewhere else that you didn't want to loot. Year's supply of dynamite. 1,400 meat. Oh my god, that's so much meat. Alright, well, let's to the railroad camp. Translate them. By seconds, the second of conscious soul. Moxie, level 8! Yep. Got any luck finding your supply of dynamite? The passengers are getting restless. Yep, here you go. Good. Perfect. This will do the trick just fine. Hang back for a bit while I get this fella's set up the charges. I'll let you do the honors. Smee consults with the other workers, and they inspect the rocks for a time. Eventually, one of them shrugs, pushes the whole crate of dynamite up next to the rocks, and wires the detonator. Alright, let her rip. Wait, don't you have a longer detonator cable? Nope. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just give me a 3-second count before you hit the plunger so I have time to get under the train. Great. Do it! Kablowy! Surveyors didn't say anything about a crazy rock monster. Quick, you're the protagonist. Do something. Alright. There's a very large and angry-looking thing? Guy? Standing there? Apparently, it's a little peeved about having a year's supply of dynamite blown up next to his butt while he was sleeping. How are you gonna handle this? Magic it away with 20 mysticality. You steal your breath and squint until you make out the rock monster's aura. As you expected, there's a web of cracks and faults in it, where the creature's energy was disrupted by the force of the dynamite. You point your finger at the weakest part of the damage and channel a little bit of magic into it. The monster's aura shatters and the rocks drop lifelessly to the ground. Blow a little smoke from the tip of your finger and put it back in its holster. All in a day's work. Well now. That is a fine day's work as I've ever seen. Much obliged, friend. We'll be getting the rest of this track laid down and head out now. Here, I'll mark around on the map for you, in case our paths happen to cross again. Thanks, but can I just ride the train? You out a ticket? Haha, just kidding. Of course you don't. Ever see it on this train sold out? Sorry, boss. Alrighty then. Alright, whole new half of the map. As you're riding along the dusty desert trail, you feel a change in the air. This area is thick with mystical being energy. You orient your mind along the axis of powerful magnetic being field and follow it to a cave. Sign out front reads, "The Great Garbanzo Secret Hideout. Fellow bean wizards welcome." Just come, check it out right now. I am a powerful bean wizard, and it is time I am recognized as such by other bean wizards. Most of these books are too fragile to touch, but there's one that looks like it's in decent shape. Grab it. Got item. Beans Illustrated. Teach you how to cook advanced bean dishes and make bean iron cookware. You're in the book memorizing each and every recipe. Got the skill Master Cookery. Unfortunately, the book was so fragile that you closed reading it, causing it to crumble to dust. Alright, so I got, anatomical learning. Plus 3 melee attack damage. Sense a deposit of bean iron. Mine it. I got a bean iron nugget. Approach the arcane oven and prepare to apply your mystical trade. Forge some bean iron cookware. Contemplate your skills, the materials you have on hand, you make something out of some bean iron. Mind reaches in the bean iron to see what shapes it conceals. You detect 3. A spatula. I want the spell damage. Squeeze the bean iron into the shape you desire. It's more complicated than that, obviously, but that's what it looks like. You got an item. Bean iron badge. Contemplate your skill and the materials you have on hand. Unfortunately, you have no bean iron remaining. Revolting sofa. Search it. Find all-purpose beans. Great Garbanzo's bed. Look under the pillow. Got all-purpose beans. Oh, the stranger had a bean iron on his hip. So that does, yeah, I think I want that. Bean iron on his hip. Bean iron on his hip. Your El Vibrato Gizmo bleeps, and as far as you know, there's only one way to get it to stop making that noise, to find whatever you're so excited about. Turns out to be a crate, which is potentially expecting for both you, which is potentially exciting for both of you if you can unlock it. Well, I can't. Howdy, Susie. You know, we're right about in the middle of the territory. Back when the cows came home, this is about where the first reports came out. Like ground zero? Yep, there's a big ranch. It was the first one to go. Seems like an obvious place to check out. Yeah, for sure. Susie looks pretty low on ideas for side dalliances right now. Much obliged. Alright, well, let's see what's going on now. Guys, stop messing with his watch, started eating jelly beans? What you got there? Jelly beans? Yep. Can I have one? Nope. Please? No. Get your own. Where'd you get them? Little way south here, from a fella named Roy Bean. New map location, Roy Bean's House of Justice and Jelly Beans. Howdy, boss. Howdy, Smee. Stuck again? Yep. Got ourselves a hell of a candy to get across and no materials from bridge building. Any ideas? There's an old mine town up north called Breadwood. They opened a lumber camp a few days. The camp after the mines dried up. If you can fix a deal with them for lumber we need, I can handle the engineering side of things. Okay, where is it? Marks the location of Breadwood on the map. Of course, anything you can find to build a bridge out of a sign by me. Seems like that's the simplest option. I'll see what I can do. Alright, well, we got a couple places to go. Let's go to the ranch first. Alright, we discovered West Pole. Let's head to West Pole. Loco weed. Pile of weird rocks, mess with them. The rocks are strange, they don't seem to weigh as much as they should, and they're sort of drawn to each other. Probably make an interesting cairn out of them. Something mystical. An elaborate orrery. Yeehaw! Outfoxing level 3 and the perk Song of Spheres. Damn, that is an elaborate orrery. Plus 5 spell damage. Nice. Mess with the rocks. Something powerful. A threatening fist. Nice. Something suave. A sassy face. Something missing. Let's make another orrery. You know what? This one's fine the way it is. Nah, we're gonna make another fist. No, just a tall stack. Nice. Let's go, Tim. Now we're gonna go to the Hellstrom Ranch. We went into a goblin chef. You can tell they're a chef by their hat and their big fork. Well, I guess they're either a chef or they've recently eaten a chef. Glowcourt blue grom, oolila, brigiert, brigor fleegro. Really, you don't say. Try to communicate with it. Goblin mimes eating something with a big fork. Fruflort, floglor, fra flart, oolili, ooh la la. Goblin indicates something small and round in the air, then points at it from several directions. Free flink oolili. Gla plorp alulo. How many syllables? Okay. I don't want to just kill the guy for being there. Got a needle. Portal to Hell. You hear ominous mooing. Only part of the shed that didn't burn down is the part the horseshoe was attached to. Guess it really is good luck. Grab it. I got the lucky horseshoe. Talk to your partner. What the heck is that? Oh my god. That's it. That's gotta be. Gotta be what? That's where the cows came home from. How do you know? No! Look at this place. Look at that damn thing. It's like someone went and tore a hole in nothing. What the hell else could it be? What do you think we should do next? Smee's probably still waiting on lumber for redwood for his bridge. Needs something to do. Yeah. Okay, I meant what... Guess we better check it out. Fight. Fellas. God damn, that cow hurts. Got an item, brass bull ring. Pulled some of the cows home from the village and mercilessly slaughtered them, you monster. Haha, just kidding, they're super evil. I want to level up Susie again, so we gotta kill some cows. Yeehaw! Wary level 2. Got an item, roasted cow tongue. You prep your skinning knife, but all the useful hides burst into flame and wither away before you get a chance to collect anything. This guy's got a lot of health. Infernal Soul Fragment. Alright, Susie, that's the third notch you carved. Could the fourth one be the one you leveled up on? We've got other places to go. We've got other cows to kill. I got Master Cookery level 2. And I didn't see what it did, because I don't know what it does. We're okay. Take out the front cow, and the back cow will fall. Oh, that was close, though. Come on, Susie, level up! Okay, well, Susie's not gonna... Okay, that's like the 5th one. Let's go to Roy Bean's house. Try to communicate. Alright, well, you know what? We're just not gonna... We're not gonna fight an innocent goblin on the road. Roy Bean's house of jelly beans and justice. Justice and jelly beans. What's new, Susie? Heard about a ranch in this area that might be notable. How do you mean? It's one that weren't never attacked by the cows. Yeah, it might be worth investigating. Roy must prefer to perform his morning ablutions outdoors. Ablutions? Perform some of your own. Gussy up a bit. Flush it and see. Hooray! Master of flushing. Howdy there, Pilgrim. Name's Roy Bean. Howdy, Roy. I'm Griffin McMurdy. What do you do here? Well, when I first came to these parts, I was all about 2 things. Dispensing justice and dispensing jelly beans. I was the biggest name in bounty hunting and candy selling anyone ever heard of. Gosh, what happened? Nothing particularly tragic. Got old as all, hung up my pistol for good. Points to the wall. Pointing an empty hook on the wall over a spittoon. I still sell some jelly beans from time to time, but they're out of the fashion. This whole place is just a jelly bean museum now. Seems like the sign out front isn't very accurate then. How do you mean? Well, if you aren't dispensing justice anymore, maybe you should just say museum. Guess you got a point. Ask about jelly beans. For a jelly bean museum, I don't see very many jelly beans. Huh? A bunch of crooks and shady characters stole them. All 3 jars. So they think I'm a soft target now that I'm retired. Oh, that sucks. I'll help you get them back. Well, I certainly appreciate the assistance. Can't offer much in way of reward, but I can tell you which way the first group of thieves went if you're heading out that direction. Jelly bean thieves hideout. Okay, I'll go get them. A spittoon, nothing special about it. Investigate it, baby. As soon as you get near the spittoon, you can smell the overpoweringly sweet stench it exudes. Nauseatingly sweet, like the rotting corpse of a dead gummy bear. Look inside. Garish rainbow colors swirl together in congealing psychedelic madness. Is Roy using jelly beans as chewing tobacco? Yes. Yes, of course he is. Investigate further. We're talking about a bowl of jelly beans that have been sucked on, half chewed, and then spat into a brass bucket. Do you seriously want to put your hand in that swirl of artificial coloring and thickened saliva? It will probably never be clean again. Go for it. Look, I'm serious. You're about to permanently dye your hand with a swirling mishmash of all the worst colors in the spectrum. No one will ever have a tattoo that looks as gross or as stupid. Give it to me! Well, I tried to warn you. Well, I tried. Don't ever say I didn't warn you. Plunge your hand into the spittoon and fish around for a while. Eventually, you pull out a really disgusting pistol and a really disgusting hand to shoot it with. Spittoon hand. Yo! That's pretty good. Plus 6 moxie. Yo! Yay! I am equipping... Hold on. Master of Flesh. Okay, I did get... Plus 3 muscle. Nice. Alright, There's a single yellow jelly bean in this case with a sign that says Paraguayan Murder Bee Honey Jelly Bean. Very rare, 6,000 meat. What kind of lunatic would pay 6,000 meat for a single jelly bean? Not this kind, that's for sure. Alright, we'll check out the Kellogg Ranch. A shot rings out, and you duck in time to avoid your hat being ruined. A skeleton is standing in the road ahead, arms akimbo, hands just over her holster, ready for another quick draw. Oh, also, she is literally on fire. Almost forgot to mention that. Fight him! A burning skeleton. Burn, baby, burn! Mysticality level 11, red hot pistol. This 4 speed ain't bad. Main building. List of draconian fitness rules the guests this sanitarium had to adhere to. It's a scale, like a ruler, but for weight. Weigh myself. According to the scale, you weigh 31 grams. You don't know how to use the scale correctly. A year's worth of height and weight recordings for the rancher's customers. It is the most boring book you've ever read in its entirety. It's a big ruler. It's like a scale, but for height. Measure yourself. According to this ruler, you're 4 lignes and 5... You're 4 lignes and 9 lignes tall. You don't know how to use this ruler correctly. It's a menacing ape skeleton. Grotesque anatomical chart. They got a spleen mixed with a liver. Fix it. Yo, nice. A lot of books about enemas on this shelf. Mostly medical journals and Bibles, and some old National Geographics. Whoa, hello. Hello. So you're a ghost, huh? Yes, it does appear so. And alas, without me here to instruct them, my regimen of purity, all my patients have fled. It's probably not exactly why. They're likely out ravaging the countryside in their own bodies. One cannot have purity of the soul without purity of the body, you know. What's this whole purity kick about anyway? My threefold path to the elimination of corrupting influences. Would you like to hear about it? Sure, lay it on me. The first step I call purity of the glands. One must rid themselves of all romantic and sexual desires, and cease any self-polluting activities. Like what, smoking cigars? Well, yes, but I'm speaking more of, you know, nighttime activities? Alone? What? Anyway, that's the first step. Okay, what's the second step? The second step is purity of guts. This is accomplished through frequent cold water enemas. Yikes! And the consumption of wholesome and nutritious grain flakes, manufactured through my personal scientifically developed recipe. What makes them any different from any other breakfast cereals? Did you not hear me? The recipe is scientifically developed. So this is actually, they just got the actual original Kellogg for this. What's the third step? The final step in purity is purity of the muscles. I developed an extensive exercise regimen featuring several workout machines that I've invented myself. Neat, and all this together, what is it? What was it? My regimen eliminates corrupting influences from the body, thus purifying the body, mind, and soul. That sounds like a good result for to shoot for, and it works. It certainly does. Why, just look at me. You're dead. Only coincidentally. Uh-huh. Investigate the desk. Desk is scrupulously tidy. There's not so much as a desk blotter or a single pen, and it only has one drawer. However, you find a secret button which cleverly hidden on the underside of that one drawer. Here, that's my desk. Keep out of it. You're incorporeal, so go ahead and try to stop me. Well, I never. Press the secret button. Hidden panel slides on the back wall, revealing a secret room. Awesome! Keep calm and enjoy nothing. The most boring secret room you can imagine. Open the drawer. Find a binder full of cryptic, messily written notes labeled Kellogg's Grain Flakes Preparation. Decode the recipe. Alright, I got the recipe. Skeleton is in bed and it's wearing metal pants. Got the chastity pants. -5 Moxie. That is covered in bones. Take them. I've got the bones. Scrap of paper under the pillow. Looks like it's torn out of a diary page. Opposed to achieve purity of the glands, but I can't stand sleeping in these metal pants. They're so noisy, especially when you what? Combination of grain, sifter, flour mill, and who knows what. The grain hoppers are currently empty. There's a label on this thing that says dough press. A large oven, but it doesn't have a door. Hold on. Large oven doesn't have a door, just a wide slot. I need to read the 4 parts barley, 1 part oats, 3 parts spelt, pressed to 91 psi, cooked for 8 minutes at 640. Can I cook the food? No, I need the stuff, I bet. To the gymnasium! Stretchmaster 4000. Insert my limbs. You strap yourself into the machine and allow it to inflict some warm-up stretches on you. Keep going. Your machine pulls too hard, which promptly yanks one of your shoulders out of socket. Ow, ow, ow. And then I handstand. It's a lung flex. Suck on the blast hole. I've had enough exercise for now. This place is terrible. It's a vibromatic skeleton agitator. Strap yourself in. No way, you're done with these stupid machines. At least for a while. Aww. What, do I gotta nap and then I come back and then I can do it? Alright, let's go to the Jelly Bean Thieves hideout. It's crazy hot out here. The desert is just the worst. If you stay here too long, you get up like one of those charred black skeletons clacking towards you. Fight them! Hold on, my character might be hot, but your boy is freezing. Also, we're about to hit an ad break. Give me a second, I'm putting on a sweater. I am so cold. I am so tired. I am so tired all of the time. I am cold and tired. Much better. Alright, 67, 72, 79. Okay, cool. You know what? Wow, 9 cold damage to all enemies. Wow, that's not a lot of damage. Shoot! Magic him! Shoot! Alright, Frosty's asking, which iron-willed British Prime Minister left their mark on history by signing the Anglo-Irish Agreement in 1985? I have no idea. I know very few Irish or British Prime Ministers. Churchill, Thatcher, Cameron, and that's literally it. I know 3 of them. Approach the bandits seated around the fire. The meanest looking one speaks up. Don't know who you think you are, stranger, but you better turn yourself right around and head back the way you came, unless you want to eat lead. That's not very neighborly. Take a hike, neighbor. Fill a full jar of jelly beans from an old man, and I aim to have him back. Oh, is that right? How you plan on doing that? With words. Listen, fellas. You stole a jar of candy from an old man. This is such a small, petty, sad little crime. It barely even qualifies as a crime. If this ends up on a wanted poster, you're going to be the laughingstock of the criminal community. More importantly, what would your mothers think? I'm giving you a chance to turn away from this life of crime before it's too late. And I suggest you take it, because I'm pretty sure this is not the life you're suited to. The bandits hang their heads shamefully and shuffle away. Hey, my Moxie's level 9. I'm missing beans. Got mint jelly beans. Sugar guns. Sugar pork balls. There's Margaret Thatcher, the first female British Prime Minister of the United Kingdom who signed the Anglo-Irish Agreement, aiming to bring an end to the troubles in Northern Ireland. And then she sent death squads to Ireland. Cache of ill-gotten goods got a needle, tooth powder, and a Kerfit's headband. Needle, kerosene, and some meat. Ouch. Alright, well, let's take these beans back to Roy Bean's place. Continue where we're heading, then we'll go to the Fort of Darkness. Sure did. Oh, well, I'll be. Thank you kindly, Griffin. I won't ask for details, but I hope they were sufficiently grisly. Now, the second jar of jelly beans is stolen by a passel of them weird goblin fellows. Couldn't understand a word they were saying. They were very interesting. Which way did they go? Northwest towards huge old cactus folks call Old Granddad. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Okay, I'm on it. Leave the goblin be. I would help the goblins if only I could talk to them. This young lady is dressed in a fancy expensive traveling clothes, though hardware has made them dirty and ragged. Also, her pupils are about the size of teacups. Whoa, hi, new face. My name's, one sec. Irene! Everyone here just calls me Mushrooms, so I forget sometimes. Howdy, Irene, I'm Griffin. What's your story? Oh, not much to tell. I was hitchhiking to Frisco for a few months back, but I stopped here and never got around to continuing, you know? Like a big happy family here. Everyone's so nice and appreciative of how much I know so much about mushrooms. Mushrooms? Uh-huh. They're like good for all kinds of things, if you know which ones to pick. If you want, I can sell you a few of my favorites. I have a spare pair of mushroom pliers too, if you want to pick your own. Okay, cool. Buy the pliers. Here you go. I'd share the location of my secret mushroom hunting cave with you, but I lost my knapsack with my map in it. I don't think I can explain how to get there, just in, like, words. Good luck, though. The guy seems to be in a daze, looking around, uncomprehendingly at the boots and cobbler's tools around him. Hi there. These are some pretty cool boots you made. Are they for sale? Huh? Oh, no. I mean, I'd like to sell them to you, but they aren't mine. You didn't make them? It's funny how everyone just assumes that, but no, these are all made by elves. Elves? Yeah, man, like little elf guys. They're hard to see. Like just out of the corner of your eye, you know? Bubby kind of just standing here and just kind of... And then I'm like, oh hey, got another pair of boots in my hands. Guess the elves made some more boots. Huh. I haven't made a pair of boots myself in, I don't know, like a year? Years? Something. These elves keep making them though. I don't know why. Weird. Okay. You should open a boot store. Huh? A store to sell your boots in. They're not mine though. They're... Right. The elves. But the elves can't be making them just for fun, right? I think they're making them so you can sell them. Uh-huh. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a town called Dirtwater. You can open a really nice shop there. Huh. That's, it's a pretty long trip. Ha 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 ha. Haha. But it'd be, like, dangerous. I'm worried the elves would make it, you know? I'll let you know if I think of anything. Catra! I am winning. I'm having the winningest time you ever did see. Hi, I'm Griffin. Teeth, clavicle femur, teeth. Wow, okay. Give her some bones. Hand her an armload of bones and she starts mechanically picking through them, selecting some and discarding others based on criteria you can't discern. Eventually, having chosen the best from the pile, she secures them together with wires and screws and hands you something that basically looks like a sword. Got a bone sword. Give her some skull chips. Hand her some bone chips and she stops muttering. Her eyes seem to focus a little and she takes some glue out of her toolbox and presses the chips into a ring. I got a bone chip ring. Thank you. Leave her to her hallucinations. Hi, I'm Griffin. Salutations, Griffin. They call me the Talking Dude because of my extensive knowledge of the principles of philosophy and the arguments and conundrums surrounding its various aspects and interpretations. So, Catra, are you winning? No, but for real, how you doing? What's up? I bet that's not why they call you that. Can I interest you in a discussion of the particulars of courtesy and philosophy, Griffin? You went to check Wendy's? Is it still there? Do they got the Frosty? Sure, why not? Talking dude begins immediately tune out. Blah blah, the deontology of it, blah 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 blah. Interesting. Blah blah, the meaning of life, blah 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 blah. Always, your EP, laying in bed getting ready to sleep, but you gotta check on your favorite sock. Oh, I appreciate it. That's really nice of you. Thank you. But if you need to eep, you eep. Acknowledge your interest in barrels onwards. Blah, propositional calculus, blah, blah, blah. Aha! Blah, categorical imperative, blah, 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 blah. Keep talking with the subject of keep talking with the subtlest of body language. Blah, 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 allegory of the cave, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Unless you believe in Thrasomachus, in which case, blah, blah, blah. Fake gasp. Blah, 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 as opposed to sulfur, blah, blah, blah. I understand completely. Blah, 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 the necessary and sufficient conditions, blah, blah. He sees interest in your eyes and continues with the new vigor. Blah, but that's begging the question, blah, 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 as opposed to, blah, blah. Fascinating. Blah, 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 the meaning of life. Acknowledge your interest in barrels on... Oh, thank God. Actually seems like something's rubbing off on you. 10 mysticality. Oh my God, walk away. We're done. Hey, I got enough mysticality for the circus. Hello. Hello. Ah, yes, hello. Yes, hello. I'm Todd. Griffin, pleased to meet you. So, what do you do around here, Todd? I'm a chemist. I've been researching the properties of some of the local mushrooms. Properties like what? Like how they get you totally wrecked. Ha ha ha. Right. I'm kidding. They actually have a lot of interesting properties that could be a real boon to medicine. They may even hold the solution to many psychological disorders. 1 second. Oh, God. Get the bone-in chicken combo with Frosty? Hell yeah, that sounds pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you, Karma. Oh, well, that's pretty interesting. The fact they also get you absolutely smashed is just a happy side effect. Ha 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 ha, woo! I see. If you have any lactitious mushrooms, I can refine them into a more potable, i.e. a potion. Hehehe. No thanks. This woman is rocking back and forth, making sounds as she rapidly flaps her lips with her fingers. Hi. Hi. Hand her a jaw heart. What's this? It's kind of a musical instrument. You bite the narrow part and then, well, basically just do what you've been doing. It gives you a few experimental twangs and boings and then knocks out a sweet riff. Wow, this thing's like a revelation. Thanks. I feel like maybe I should take this show on the road. Maybe try the Jewel Saloon in Dirtwater? Sounds good to me. Thanks again. Nice. Alright. A lot of tents here. Record must be from a foreign country or music is way weirder. This tall, muscular, bald man is leading his students in an aerobic workout routine. His voice is powerful yet disconcertingly soft as he counts off. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Excuse me, what's going on here? Exercise. You must strengthen the body, and if the body is weak, the mind cannot be strong. These two are one. Who are you? I am Kurtz. My methods will usher in a new age of power and will. Can I exercise with you? Do not have the proper attire. Before muscle comes skin, before skin comes clothing. You look around, sure enough, everyone is wearing the same striped pants and a fuzzy headband. Alright, I don't have the pants, but I do have the headband. Check it out. Military cemetery. Plot of 420 military. Okay. Loot it. Take a cannon loading for idiots. Read it. Book is so rudimentary that it's insulting to your intelligence, even though you know almost nothing about loading cannons. Alright, well, I know... Hold on. There's more here. Did I go in this tent? I did. Use the binoculars. Buffalo pile. Nice, okay. So, we're going to the circus. Help them solve it. You come across a rushing river which family 4 is attempting to cross. However, the bridge is only wide enough for 2 at a time, and they only have 1 lantern to light the way. You point out that it's broad daylight, and they don't need the lantern. They seem a little embarrassed by this revelation and let you cross the bridge first. Enter the circus. Give it a shot. Give it your all. Clown starts picking cards out the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You rattle off their names as fast as you can pick them up. He seems genuinely impressed.
That, sir, is so remarkable as to be practically frightening. Looks like we have a winner!
Got a circus show ticket.
The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it.
Thanks. Talk to him. Later. Okay, geez. Alright, well we did that. Let's go... Old Granddad. Hear a gunshot and someone shouting nearby and decide to investigate. This instinct is basically what separates an adventurer from a sane person. Find a bandit in a scorching blackened clothes, wildly firing his pistol at the scenery. Everything he shoots bursts into flame somehow. Go to hell, Cactus! Go to hell, Scorpion! Go to hell, Rock! Looks like we got a real character here. I ain't disagreeing. Just send a little scenery to the cow lords below. How about I send you too? You'll make fine and dandy pets for my masters. No thank you. I knew I hated this guy for a reason. Okay, he's got a lot of health, though. Alright, let's up my armor. Bean Shield! Thank God I did the bean shield, because this fucker hurts. Smoking gun. Hooray, Mysticality level 12. Old Granddad. Look at the size of that thing. Ow. Fight them. I'm sorry, Goblin. I don't want to do this. But I cannot communicate with you. And if I can't communicate, my only option is violence. Whew! Goblin sack, goblin stew, goblin coffee. Pile of goblin junk. A gash in the wall of the cactus revealing a vein of sticky purple goo. Ow. I gotta fight him. I don't wanna, but I gotta. Armor. Disable him for a round. Susie, you're doing a lot less damage. And that's a problem for me. Table's covered with flasks, beakers, bottles, tubes, burners, and all other equipment that makes up a super elaborate alchemy table, including a whole bunch of different colored liquids and powder stuff. Leave well enough alone. I would never leave well enough alone. That's not who I am as a person. Okay. Bean shield. Magic. Oh god. I'm probably going to lose this. Yeah, this is not good. Yep, I have so many items. No, I didn't do enough. I thought it would do like 40 something damage. Rip. Gain an effect angry. Alright, I can't get any angrier than I am. Do I have to refight my... Okay. Fight them. We're gonna try it again. Okay, he's got less health this time. He's got less health and I do more damage. I didn't activate my beam shield. I forgot. Don't one-shot me. Alright, well, she's dead. This 31? Alright, do one more. No, I wanted to do that. Goblin short pants, goblin absinthe, goblin stew, goblin coffee. My grit's up to level 6. Can't get the jelly beans because of all the flailing goblins on that pile. You should be able to get it if you can get rid of about 10 or more goblins worth of mass. Or distract them some other way. Jeez Louise. Take a goblin off the pile. And fight it. Oh, that's so much health. Argo is hard carrying in Fragpunk. He already told us. I'm gonna come back for these guys. They're strong. Argo just radiates hard carry energy in every game. Let's go to the buffalo pile. Translate them. My 6th is a 6th of demonic opposing. Interesting. Yes, tell me more. Buffalo, buffalo. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Let's cover with a bunch of weird guards. Take a look at one. Hellish Centaur. What kind of game is this? Got another. Pestilent Viscera. Infectious Organs. Bloody Gargoyle. Gore-splattered Centaur. Infernal Chimera. You hear a lot of activity down the corridor, chanting, shuffling of robes, clattering of bones. Go elsewhere. What about this way? Covered in big breakers, big beakers. Got an oversized chemical beaker. Giant vat of blood. Giant vat of milk, which is less threatening than the blood. Giant vat labeled Ichor. Nasty. Giant vat filled with lemonade. Ooh, lemonade. No idea what you're trying to make here. You sure you want to mess with this stuff? Nah, that's a good point. Top the slab, there's a skeleton-shaped indentation with a buffalo skull-shaped indentation where their normal human skull-shaped indentation should be. That's a good thing to keep in mind if you end up in possession of the bones necessary to fill the indentation. Leave the slab alone. Look through the bars and see 100 buffalo human skeleton hybrids locked in here, 3 to a cell. The keys are hanging right next to the door. You could let some out if you wanted, but they all look pretty angry. I'm good. Shelves are filled with hundreds of crates, each full of buffalo and human bones, carefully sorted. You don't really know anything specific you want to do with the human or buffalo bones right now, though. So while you appreciate how organized these guys are, it's not really anything here for you. Flush it. Flush it. Bones rule! Hide in it. You settle among the thick black robes. It's pretty comfortable. Wait. Wait and wait. Finally, you hear some noises outside. It's a couple of cultists pass through on their way from somewhere else. Don't catch much of what they say, but what you do hear is, Doug, remember this. Ecor before blood, bad idea, bud. I'm not your bud. Wait some more. Wait no longer, your cultists pass through again. This time you overhear something different. No, Doug. That's not it at all. Remember, blood before milk, as absolute as the word filk. It's kind of a stretch. Wait a while longer, and the cultists pass through again. This time you overhear something different. Milk after Ichor, might as well try to reanimate Wicker. That's too long to remember. Wait some more. Wait longer, the cultists pass through again. This time you overhear something different. Remember, Doug, Ichor after milk, ritual smooth as silk. Wait a little while longer. Doug, remember this. Ichor before blood, bad idea, bud. Okay. So, so I do blood, milk, Ichor. Take it. Fundamentals of Nex-Mex. Read it. Yes, read the book. Dark arts are no laughing matter. Read it, I said! Words crawl off the page into your eyes like worms. The worms burrow into your bones and then whisper stuff to you about cool things you can do with other people's bones. Ray's skeletal buddy. As you turn over the last page, the book vanishes into a puff of black smoke. You don't feel so well. Your hair instantly loses all of its color. I got the perk white hair. -3 moxie. Ah, shit. Okay, so let's, okay. Ichor before milk. Watch the reaction. Steam rises from the beaker as the reaction intensifies. The intense heat of the reaction fuses the Ichor spigot to a useless mass of metal. How will it end? The boiling subsides. What left in the beaker is? Yes, tell me! Tell me! The reaction subsides. You're left with a beaker of revolting black fluid, and what's even worse is it's useless revolting black fluid. You pour it down the floor drain before disappointing any further. Take that, black fluid. Aww. Alright, I gotta loop back through. Yeah, Catra, forget Eep. Go play with Argo and Roses. I guess I'm leaving the buffalo pile. Let's go to Breadwood. We'll check out Ghostwood later. You know the town's gone pot when the horses are drunk. Howdy, Susie. There's a ranch out this way run by a lady named Alexandria. Not that I got much hope of her still being alive. Oh, gee, come on, Susie. Keep your chin up. Nah, I'm fine, as long as we put a stop to this. Alright. Roy Bean. Okay, thanks for the reminder. Howdy, Mayor. I'm Griffin McMurdy. I'm here on behalf of the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. We need to build a bridge in a hurry, so I'm out here to cut a deal with you for lumber. Alright, I believe we can scrape together that much wood. What sort of down payment are you offering? Oh, I sort of expect you to just bill us. Want that much lumber with no payment up front? Are you serious? I could probably offer you free train rides. I do enjoy a nice train ride, but that deal will be a real problem. I've already got 7 problems to worry about. Oh? Mayor glances over his list of problems posted on the wall and paces around nervously. Offer to help. Maybe I could help. Oh, thank you. I'd certainly welcome any assistance you can offer. Let's look at the board. Glance at the problems board, which offers a selection of current issues as well as dire warnings. Hey, just so you guys know, an ad break's going to be starting soon. The soup shortage is a tragedy we must rectify. We keep a municipal soup kitchen open to help those who are down on their luck, which is pretty much everyone around here. But we've run out of soup. We need someone to go fetch some more from Soup Stock Load. Alright. See you. Buttery biscuit. Don't be this guy. This guy's grimly washing dishes. He knows you look away and waves you away irritated. See bartender for darts. Probably dangerous to interrupt this. Just 2 old friends reminiscing about good times and occasionally showing one another their guns in a non-threatening way. Well, looks like some poor son of a biscuit wandered into town. Howdy, cake sucker. Wow, geez, rude and baffling. Get used to it. You like our cousin here in Redwood. Sure, fine, but cake sucker? We also like our breads and bread-related products. So I've noticed. Ask about the darts. I ain't got no darts. Dang it. Ask about the guy washing dishes. That muffin lover ran up a tab he couldn't pay off, so now he gets to wash dishes. Some of them dishes I've been saving for such an occasion. How much does he owe? 150. I'll pay it. You're even dumber than I assume. Whatever. Tell him he's free yourself. Alrighty. Tell him he's free. Hey, paid off your tab. You free? Huh? Huh? What'd you do a thing like that for? I was feeling charitable, I guess. Well, thanks, but I don't know how to do pretty much nothing except washing dishes. Nothing at all? Well, I can also wash clothes. I played a washboard. That's pretty much it, though. Send him to dirt water. Well, there's plenty of job opportunities opening up in dirt water. Why don't you try your luck there? Well, alright, it's worth a shot. Thanks, pal. Glamour, level 6. Newscast update from Mort's chat room. Karma teases a Wendy's fried chicken creation in Discord. Catcher Cooper cheers on the squad, catching up with Argo about their gaming adventures in Fragpunk. Teamwork makes the dream work as they plan to unite forces. Stay tuned for more camaraderie and gaming glory. Hey, another spittoon! This is a spittoon, an unusually full one. Probably best to leave it alone. Take a closer look. Look, this isn't Mom and Pop's Family Fun Time Saloon. This is a dive bar in a dive town. People who drink here are mainly drifters and desperados. Don't go splashing around in the literal scum of the earth. I'm gonna. Seriously, don't. This is wrong and disgusting. It is vile behavior. I might face right up to this thing. What's it look like? No, I'm not telling you. What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? I had to skip lunch today because I couldn't stop thinking about you and these foul spittoons. I've got my hands right in there, splashing around. La 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 la, I'm not listening. You'll find nothing. You're the worst person in the world. I found something, alright. Like a necrotic skin disorder, I bet. Actually, it's a pair of boots. So there, Mr. Delicate Stomach. Boots. Great. Boots full of bandit spit. I hope they have to invent a whole new kind of trench foot just for you. I hope they name it after you. Got spit-soaked boots. You're just jealous of my sweet new boots. 3 maximum AP. Yeah. It's a trading post. Trade with it. Advanced beancraft. Yas. A crowbar. I've needed that so many times. Mind your meat. Making the most of your meat by getting the best possible deal on every single thing you buy. Feel like the best possible deal is not spending $2,500 on a book right now. Read it! Recipe for bean wall. About making human-sized or larger automatons and binding them to your will with the kitchen task. Gives Bean Golem a combat skill which summons a powerful golem to fight for me. Yeah, I want to learn Bean Golem. Unfortunately, one of your earlier experiments gets a little rowdy and it eats the book. Bad. Bad Golem. Oh, what do these guys ask to? Ask them what they're up to. Man with the black hat, a huge pile of meat in front of him. The man with the white hat looks broken sad. What you playing, fellas? Pharaoh, but I wouldn't say we're playing. I'd say we did play until his cowpoke ran out of money. Man in the white hat grumbles. How does it work? Easy. You bet 50 meat, and you name as many pharaohs as you can. Every time you name one, I give you 20 meat. Wait, if follows the rules, how'd the guy lose all his meat to you? He's real bad at it. I'll give it a try. Start naming pharaohs. Tutankhamun. Well, everybody knows that one. What else you got? Don't really know any names any more pharaohs. Maybe you can get away with just making some. I got one. Merman Dumprata. Grumbles and hands you the winnings. How about, Simon de Medusas? I got one. Potato Jimma, what is it? Alright, that's all I got. Table's closed. Get lost. Whatever you say. Flush it. Wash up. Focused on his beard growing. Guy chilling by the fire. Must not be a very good fire. Howdy, stranger. I'm Hobart Muppert. You're what? Oh, I mean, hi, Hobart. I'm Griffin McMurdy. You seem like a traveling sort. Mind doing a fellow a favor? What's the favor? Thing is, my only dream in life is to see an owl skeleton. That's quite a dream. I've heard they got one at the petting cemetery, but the what? Petting cemetery. Is that what it sounds like? Exactly what it sounds like. But see, I ain't got meat for a ticket. So you want a loan? Nah, I got no prospects of paying it back, but I got a camera, and I figured if you went to the cemetery, you could take a picture of their owl skeleton and bring it back to me. Sure. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Great, thanks a bundle. Got an owl camera, and I got, okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back, owl. Dunwich Crutton. Croissant Le Breton. Gray's fast, you're all too old to still be legible. Alright, well, let's go to the soup stock load. Pass by a pile of old bones. When you stop to examine them, they assemble into a skeleton. Just a regular old skeleton with nothing special about it, except for the fact that it's attacking you. Now that you think about it, that ain't even particularly special. Gee, what a humdrum encounter. Fight it! Alright, summon the bean golem. Blast him! Bean golem, no! Alright. Unrefined meat nugget, nice. Dynamite, kerosene, and a lodestone ring. Ooh, what's that ring do? Plus 20% to meat gains. Nah. Got a bowl of soup. Got a bowl of soup. A cultist mask. Oh. Plus 6 mysticality. What did that, hold on, what did that hat do? Okay. I don't have the pants to go working out, right? That's what I thought. Attempt to fix it. Looks like I'm gonna need a wrench. Alright, well, a lot of it's up there. Petting cemetery. Okay, let's go to the petting cemetery. Leave it be. Howdy. Welcome to Gorman Lancaster's one and only petting cemetery. It's educational, entertainable, and only 500 meat for a lifetime pass. International. Look, don't knock the patter, okay? Petting cemetery? That's right, a wide variety of guaranteed genuine animal skeletons that you're free to touch, and you're free to touch them to your heart's content. Well, with your hands, that is. No writing. Can I feed them? You can try. Neat. Interested in a membership, fella? That's exorbitant. It's a lifetime membership. If you were younger, it'd be worth more. You know, you can't argue with that. Alright, here you go. Wonderful. Just hold still for a second while I memorize your face. Okay, go right in. Thanks for the patronage. It's an owl skeleton. If you want to know how many fireballs it takes to get to the center of an enemy skeleton, just ask an owl. Take a picture of it. Clicking a flash, you take a photo for Hobart Buppert. Plaque says a desert ape skeleton, but there's nothing here. You're also pretty sure there's no such thing as a desert ape. Bobcat skeleton. Bobcats are known for their ferocity and their weird high-pitched noises they make while telling jokes. It's a hawk skeleton. Hawks resent being mistaken for falcons and will shoot you if you do it too many times. This is a skeleton of a desert tortoise. It is currently in very slightly less of a hurry to get places than it was when it was alive. Yeah, no, Katra, the Eep claimed her. Katra is eeping with the best of them. Scar, this is the skeleton of a jackrabbit. In a pinch, the jackrabbit can help you change a wheel on your wagon. I want to pet it. Plaque says it's a pack rat skeleton, but there's nothing there. Nuts. Plaque says it's a buffalo skeleton, but there's nothing there. You're buffaloed by this fact. Alright, let's go to Breadwood. Every time I hear buffalo, I just think of my... there's a goblin standing off on the side of the trail, just staring up at the sky. Don't even seem to notice you approaching. Hello? The goblin jumps a little surprised and greets you, presumably, since you can't understand them. They're pretty distracted by whatever they're doing, though, and as soon as they're staring up the sky again, I'm just gonna leave it. Got a call from your mom? I hope she's well. All is not well with this well. Well, well, well. Well. Howdy, Hobart. Howdy, Griffin. You managed to take a picture of that owl skeleton? Sure did. Here you go. Mean Golem level 2! Yeah, let's go! Great. Will you look at that? What a beaut. Thank you, Griffin. I ain't got nothing for reward, but I imagine you'll get some experience points out of it. See ya, Hobart. She's been telling wild stories. Parents be like that. Tim suddenly gets spooked by something off the side of the trail and sees he understands why. There's a horse's skeleton in the ditch, which is a thing that's probably extra spooky if you're a horse. Hop down and investigate. Approaching the horse more closely, you see the tattered remains of a pair of Pony Express saddlebags on the skeletal flanks. The starboard bag is empty, but the port one contains a skeletal human hand with a ring on it. You conclude that either a horse's rider died with his hand in the saddlebag, or somebody is really sad that the skeleton hand they never ordered showed up, even though they paid extra to have it sent Pony Express. Either way, free ring. Continue on. Buildings in this little town are weirdly hazy and translucent, like, oh, ghosts. Oh, it's a literal ghost town. Alright, fair enough. You might expect to be able to just walk straight through the door of a ghost building with some kind of force preventing that. I guess you could knock on the force. Your fist make a distant, echoey plap sound on the barroom door, and a ghostly voice comes out of nowhere. Howdy there, fella. New in town? Yeah, I was wondering if... Sorry, can't do business with you until you have a visitor identification card. Ain't supposed to even talk to you, really. Okay, where do I get one? Try out the town hall down the end of the street. Thanks. Looks to be the ghost of the town hall. It looks like a regular town hall, except, you know, the whole ghost thing. This make a distant echoey plap sound on the door of the town hall. A ghostly voice comes out of nowhere. Ah, a visitor. You'll be needing a visitor identification card. I guess so. I'll be happy to help fill out the forms. Most living people have trouble holding the pages. You'll be needing a number 3 pencil. If you're filling out the form, can't you just use your own pencil? I will be, but instructions say very clearly that the applicant must have a number 3 pencil. Sound like Hank Hill? I tell you what, that boy ain't right. You like how Catra pops in and says she needs to sleep like it's a quest and she'll be back when it's completed? You look me in the eyes and you tell me sleeping isn't a quest. That gives you a reward when you're done. A number 3 pencil? Isn't a number 2 pencil the usual kind? I suppose. But if number 3 pencil is 50% more official, well, alright. Where can I get one? Try the Department of Requisitions, it's just next door. You mean the general store? It's a little more specific these days, but yes. Alright. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I can't help you unless you have a visitor ID, but I need a pencil for it. No visitor ID, no supplies. Alright. Sleeping is difficult for you? Have you tried copious amounts of alcohol? Because it might just work. Curious abandoned well. We'll go there later. Burial plots, eternal flame. Catra had to be sleeping after her stream, but she's been awake since her stream ended. That sounds like Catra. The alcohol works, but disrupts sleep even more. Alright, take a fistful of Quaaludes. That'll put you to sleep. Best sleep of your life. Beyond this gate stands countless rows and columns of tombstones. They're not actually countless. I've counted them, and there are 999 of them. You can visit an individual plot by number if you want. Wasn't it plot 420? Plot 420 is completely overgrown with mushrooms. You root around the loosened shroomage and find a book. Coincidentally, it's a book about mushrooms. Ah. Alright, hold on. Oh, that's so much health. Okay. Summon a bean golem. Bean shield. Activate. Build some cover. Come on, Bean Golem, I believe in you. Mess him up. Gumption level 7 and a rifleman's helmet. Neat. Plus 5 pistol damage. Caretaker shanty, investigate. You poke around the shed. The caretaker appears to have been shirking his duties for quite a while, judging by the dust and cobwebs. Look at the tools. Well, tool singular. There's a shovel here. Since you already have a shovel, you leave it alone. It's not like you'll be able to dig twice as fast. Fair. Look under the chair. Like all chairs owned by one guy, it has years worth of lint and food crumbs underneath it. Gross. Scope out the desk. It's covered with old paint spattered newspapers, features a large collection of tiny jars of paint, as well as a jar of fine-tip brushes, a can of thinner, and a stack of history books. Curious. Check out the flyers. Flyers for Military Reenactment Enthusiast Society. Apparently they meet regular at Fort Memoriam. Ah! Now we have places to go. Alright, let's go to the Eternal Flame. Caution, do not touch. Okay, goodbye, Mr. Goblin. Mycology, Yorkology. Read it. Got the perk Pass and Fair Mycologist. After you finish reading the book, you absentmindedly place it while musing about mushrooms. Drat. Can identify useful or dangerous mushrooms. Cool. Oh, here's Master Cookery. Alright, let's go to this ranch. Leave the goblin be. No way past these cows except through these cows. Oh, get one shot. Susie is now stronger. Hell yeah. Really been blown to pieces. Pile of smoldering books. Dig through it. The books are wrecked, the volumes are ruined, the tomes are kaput. Mostly destroyed bookshelf. Advance. Ah ha ha! More bean spells. Butterbean reduces opponent's muscle. Okay, let's learn Bean Wall. Unfortunately, just as you finally mastered the technique, you drop the book on the other side of the wall and lose it. Aww. You can make hamburgers now? It's half a cannonball, the front half. Could you not make them before? But did you level up to be able to make hamburgers? What's happening here? Pick up the cannonball and inspect it. There's an inscription that you can mostly read. It says the cannonball came from Fort Treason and it's got the address stamped right on the surface. This bombardment was done by the army. The horror. It's a solid steel vault door. Can I open it? Oh, because I nuked a bunch of cows. That makes sense. The Fort Treason. Leave it alone. Can't open it. Look closely. Look at the cannon. It's a fine cannon. A demi-culverian in size. Insert your cannonball. You look through the rangefinder on the cannon. You can't see identification or anything you want to shoot at. You decide not to waste the ball. Seems rational. To the barracks. Pick over the leavings. Got cat's eye candy and Instagrits. Artillery signaling flare. Whiskey, okay. Military a ring. 8 pistol damage. Goddamn. Private Lemon's diary. Read it. Private Lemon's diary is pretty dry and not very interesting. Just a list of day-to-day duties of a straight-laced soldier up in the hills without anything to fight. Towards the end, though, it starts to mention their commanding officer, Captain Simon, becoming increasingly agitated and convinced that a nearby ranch was being used as a spy outpost. Lemon doesn't sound convinced, but as one annoyingly vague entry puts it, orders are orders. Last few entries have to do with dissent in the ranks and the possibility of mutiny, the thought of which Lemon abhors. The rest of the pages are blank. Okay. Private Mathhouse's diary. Key to P.O. Box 114. Read it. Pages empty pages, ink splotches, and latrine duty again, blah blah blah. Near the end of this, you start to see notes about the fort's commanding officer, Captain Simon, going off the deep end. As Mouthhowl puts it, being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere is doing nothing and driving the captain friggin' bug nuts. When the captain eventually decides that a nearby ranch, occupied by a solitary woman and her book collection, was actually an enemy spy outpost, Mouthhowl felt compelled to warn the woman, but was too worried about getting court-martialed to give her any specific details of the looming threat. In an attempt to prevent imminent cannon bombardment of the ranch, Mouthhowl stole some ballistic charges and hid them in the post office box, a shore leave, during a shore leave in Dirtwater. This place doesn't have any damn shore, he comments. What the hell? Unfortunately, the cannons had already been calibrated, and when Mouthhouse returned to camp, he discovered the shelling had already begun. In his last entry, he declares his intention to start a mutiny, but the diary ends with no conclusion to the story. Must have been where they stored all the fire. Alright, well let's head back to, Dirtwater. Discovering either an open grave or a very deep and rectangular pothole. Jump in and see what I find. Gold skull, grave dirt, and an old wedding ring. Pothole must have been here a very long time because he found the remains of an antique traffic accident. Get back on the trail. Open box 114. Fort trees and ballistic charts. Neat. Let's go to Fort Memoriam. It's closer. Howdy there, I'm Wandering Sally. Howdy, Sally, I'm Griffin. What's your line? Trading. I wander all around these lands, just like it says on the label, and I buy a little here and sell a little there to make my way. Care to see the wares? Sure thing. A fungicide, I will buy that. Buy these needles. Lucky marigold. No. Sell that. Sell that. Just sell it. Sell it. That's you as a traveling merchant. Toasty. Alright, Fort Memoriam. Madness Mall Mine. We'll go there later. Guy keeps staring intently at the figures on the table, muttering about line of sight. I'm Griffin. Hi, I'm Mike. Are you the cemetery caretaker? No, that's Jeff. I'm a paralegal. There's a lot of those in this hobby, I've noticed. Yeah, because here if you lose the argument, nobody goes to jail. You seem to be taking the game real seriously. Well, of course, you gotta play to win. Otherwise, what's the point? Having fun? Exactly, and winning is how you do that. You having line of sight issues? Yeah, they don't let me have my tape measure on the board when it isn't my turn anymore, so I have to eyeball it. Looks like you're getting it in on that front guy. You'd have partial cover though. Heh, then you mean soft cover. Oh, you're playing the 4th edition. Well, yeah, the 3rd edition was total kludge. Man, you and my brother would be bitter enemies. Help yourself. Nice. Hi, I'm Griffin. Hey, I'm Melvin. What's with the hat? We're doing a historical reenactment. You're playing a tabletop war game. Well, okay, but it's a historical one. Anyway, we only switched to this after we quit doing real reenactments. Why'd you quit? Too much exercise. Also, somebody kept refusing to lie down when he got killed. You missed! What's this game you're playing? Probably aren't familiar with this type of board game. It's a very specialized form of entertainment. What I mean is, you seem to be using the Flintlock 4000 rules, but my brother's set didn't have cows. Oh, well, yeah, we had to mod them in ourselves. Cool, huh? Can I play? DNH. Dungeons and History. Yo, I would play that. I would play that. Well, the rules are pretty complex. I don't think the others will want to stop play a teaching game. I already know it. My brother used to bug me to play it all the time so he could test his strategies. Then great, yeah, we're short a player on the cow side. Set up and grab some dice. Alright. Play their little game. Which battle? The Battle of Cow Ridge? You know, let's start at the top, work our way down. Got the jump on him. Ah. 3 damage. Utterly destroyed, but costs 3 AP. Heal. Okay, yeah, take out the medic. Heal. 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 No, my wall. Buddy, are you gonna do anything? I guess that's a no. Ha, now what I call an effective strategy. Okay, I'll come back and play more later. This guy's eating chips like they're going out of style. Wait, he's a nerd. Nerds don't care what's in style. Hi, I'm Griffin. Hi, I'm Jeff. You're the cemetery caretaker. Frosty's asking, which iconic actor snagged an Oscar while donning an eye patch in classic western True Grit? Very good question right now, Frosty. No one wants to be the medic in a D&D campaign? I don't know if that's entirely true. Are you the cemetery caretaker? Yeah, that's me. Did one of the other guys tell you? Try to keep it hush because people assume you're a weirdo if you work in a graveyard. No, I just happened to be in the cemetery and saw your caretaker shack. Listen, you should probably get back there. Weird things are happening in graveyards all over, and someone needs to keep an eye on those skeletons. Ah, nuts. Alright, well, look, I'm on a real winning streak here. I'll get back when it's over. Okay? Alright, well, we found him. Clint Eastwood? I don't think it's Clint Eastwood. Out of there, Pilgrim. Here, we'll head to the Curious Abandoned Well. Fight it anyway. You heard the crackling of a north-southwestern lightning snake. John Wayne delivered a performance that was more than just True Grit, earning an Academy Award for Best Actor. He got that award, Pilgrim. You were close enough. Snake venom bladder and an electric snake skin. Ooh, girl. Shock me like an electric north-southwestern snake. I need a rope. Okay, well, let's go to Redwood. Challenge her ability. Crack her rifle and lead bee buzzes past your ear. I call bullets lead bees sometimes. Off in the distance, you see a skeleton arrival. Looks like she's lining up another shot. Challenge her abilities. Hey, excuse me. Technical question. How can you possibly be aiming that rifle without eyeballs? Skeleton thinks about it for a moment, then overthinks it, and then finds herself unable to aim anymore. Hissing curses, she stomps away to find an optometrist. Nice. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go to the main menu. And I'm going to say thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I always appreciate it. Big thank you to Snowpaws for the big raid earlier. That was, again, very nice of you, Snow. I really, really appreciate it. I will be back tonight. Thank you, Karma. I'll be back tonight. We will be playing, me and Katra are going to be playing Kingdom 2 Crowns. Which I'm looking forward to. That should be a lot of fun. But that's for later. For now, let me see who I can drop you guys off with. What do we got? Who's around? Land of Pain. Nah, she's crashing now, so she won't crash later. Tell you what, Rambo's live. Let's raid Rambo. Drop you guys off there. Rambo takes some good care of you. Alright, have a great night, guys. Adios, and I will see you later tonight when me and Catcher play some Kingdom 2 Crowns.